Okay, it's Tuesday morning. We had Mandy's doctor's appointment yesterday. We schedule doctor's appointments on Mondays, and because sometimes I get out of work early on Fridays, so I want to maximize my vacation time. So anyway, yeah, heading off to work. Usually takes me about 35 minutes to get to work. I got a few 2-lane rural roads before I get to a 4-lane highway, and we usually run pretty fast on that road, so you got to watch out for people who drive kind of crazy. Sometimes I might be one of them, but it don't really take maybe about 20 minutes or so, 25 minutes to get to the gates of the Fort Benning, but the speed limits are lower on Fort Benning, so it takes another few minutes to get to work once I cross onto Fort Benning Military Reservation. But I'm fixing to get on 280 bypass in Phoenix City, and this is it's pretty crowded, and folks are you got slow drivers and you got super fast drivers, so you got to keep your head on a swivel on this road. And what are you doing? Just stopped in the middle of the road. Yeah, very old building. And surely it was put up around the World War II era. But it's still here. We still use it. But my weekly routine, to me, is better than my weekend routine. Because on the weekend, I tend to fall away from, I guess, healthy, positive stuff. During the week, I get up in the morning. I get Mandy situated, and got my little dogs. I gotta feed them their little morning stuff, and then I get ready for work. And that's when I try to read a chapter of scripture every morning, and then take a shower, get dressed, and leave for work. And it's like my main time for reading the Bible and prayer. And unfortunately, that's the only time I do it. I need to be doing it several times throughout the day, but on the weekends, I don't seem like I do it at all. It's like I take a break from everything, and that's the kind of break I don't want to take. But I do get lazy and slothful and fall out of the good routine. So there's something good about getting up and going to work for me, because I adhere to a better spiritual and health routine during the week. But I'd like to extend that through the weekend. Sometimes I do, but a lot of times I don't. On the weekends, I tend to completely fall off the wagon. But the weekends would be a better time for me to do things healthier, because I get up about 5 o'clock in the morning, 5:15 in the morning, and I'm never ready to get out of bed. I want to hang on to those sheets as long as I can. So getting up earlier to go work out hasn't been something I can do. I did it for a little while. We get up at 4:30, go down in the shed and work out a little bit, but it's just something I couldn't sustain that. But in the afternoons, we've gotten, our cycle is around about 7:30. Mandy's ready to go to bed. So, I'm only home for a couple of hours, and then it's starting to get ready for bed. And so there's not a whole lot of time in the afternoon, because, when I get home, I got to start thinking about dinner and stuff. And most of the time, even if I'm not going to eat, or if I want to wait later, I need to get Mandy something to eat first, but I have to wait until she finishes before I can really go do anything. So, yeah, during the week, it doesn't provide much time for strength training with my little shed gym, but on the weekends would be a better time. So, but the weekends is when I tend to not do anything. So just trying to get in a more disciplined lifestyle, to change routine, change life habits, to establish myself in a more healthier spiritual sense. It's been tough, you know. I haven't nailed it down yet, but it's a desire and I want to. So hopefully I can start moving toward that. And this channel, this vlogging has helped me with a stronger sense of urgency and desire to move toward that. So if y'all come here watching my stuff and encouraging me through, you know, positive comments, I appreciate you. I thank you a whole lot. So, all right, it's time for me to get in there and go to work. Lunchtime. I'm gonna go for a walk. Lately, I've been slacking because I've had some back pain that was kind of nagging at me for a little while, and I was taking it easy on the walking, but today I think I'm gonna go hit the walking track and get me at least 2 miles in, because I get to feeling bad. It's almost like it's sinful when I fall off of my routine, or when I don't do the things that I want or need to be doing. So kind of pulls me down a little bit. So I'm gonna try to carry my little vlogging stick with me. It's a 1 mile track, so I'm not around people the whole time. It's just sometimes I pass by them when they're running. Either they run by me or people walk in the opposite direction. So I might just carry it with me and talk from time to time. And if somebody's walking by, I'll just hold it down to my side. So another, hopefully a leap forward in my vlogging confidence. But anyways, goal is 2 miles, lunchtime. I like this side of the track. There's some trees that cast shadow over the edge of the track. So when it's 100 degrees outside, it feels nice to catch a little bit of shade and a little bit of breeze. Way across over there is the post headquarters, building 4, and it's a pretty big building. They got a lot of stuff going on over there, classrooms and all kind of stuff. The commanding general's office is over there, I'm certain, and probably a whole bunch of high-ranking personnel reside in that building throughout the day. But it made me think about when I was serving in the military, when I was a young private. High-ranking people were very intimidating to me. I was intimidated by their rank. A lot of times they were, you know, especially if they were tall in stature, you know, their confidence and rank was a bit intimidating to me. And about the time my last enlistment, I was an E5 sergeant, and I started loosening up a little bit. I wasn't so intimidated. I think it might have been because I had made my mind up to get out and go home, that I don't know, I had a little bit of an aura of confidence about me and, you know, what I did in the Army. So but I did maintain my military customs and courtesy, you know, for officers, stand at attention. NCOs, stand at parade rests, address them accordingly. But once you got past the, you know, the formalities of that, when you just started talking to each other as people and professionals, it got a lot easier to me. And that was something I enjoyed and appreciated about my own personal growth, for being able to be confident around high-ranking personnel. It might not be a big deal to other people. Some folks could be just as at ease and normal around anybody, but I recall in my earlier days in the military, it was a bit uncomfortable being around those high-ranking people. But by the time I got out, it's like I didn't care.
I didn't care if you were 3-star general or a private first class. I could be just as comfortable and confident around anybody. Look how big that magnolia tree is. I wonder how old are these trees? These big old oaks out here. Things are huge. And I was talking about confidence earlier with the confidence in the military. I was talking to one of my cousins on my daddy's side, and he got to talking about our granddaddy, and he was saying that our granddaddy had really low self-esteem, low self-worth, and I too have felt that way all of my life. You know, low self-esteem, low self-worth, and it wasn't because of my raising. My mom and dad treated me very well. I was very well disciplined, but I was treated with a lot of love and admiration. So it wasn't nothing that my parents had done. It's almost just like it was part of my DNA. I don't know. It's I don't have anything to blame my parents for. You know, if anything, they love me and my brothers to a fault. Maybe we should have got our butts tore up more than what we did, but I was just reflecting on that there was a lot of times in my life I didn't have a lot of self-confidence. So for that period in the military where, you know, I was a lowly private, intimidated by highly ranking people, then it felt really good to grow personally, to be able to be very confident in front of high-ranking people before I got out of the Army. I kind of carried that with me throughout today. You know, I don't feel like I'm as intimidated as I was when I was younger today. I am who I am. You know, it's not really my job to try to impress people by being something I'm not. So if I can just be as true to myself as I can possibly be, and if that doesn't suit people, then, you know, I can't let myself get worried about that. You know, that's more on them than it is me. Although I don't want to make anybody mad, I don't want to insult no one, but because I feel like my personality and my character is the type that is likable first. You know, more complimentary than I am judgmental. So, you know, from my point of view, if somebody don't like me, it's almost like, wow, you must have some problems if you don't like me. But on the flip side of that is I understand that I might not be everybody's cup of tea, and that's all right. I don't want to go out on a limb and try to be vindictive towards somebody if they don't like me. And I just take it with a grain of salt and move on. Evel Knievel speeding on post. 2.55 miles. C-130. Probably can't see it. It's a little camera. It's a little camera. Had a principal in high school. He whistled when he talked. You get on the intercom and say, "May I have your attention, please? Would the following students please report to the office?" home after work. Now the next challenge begins is what to eat, how to eat healthy. Am I gonna have the get up and go to go down to the shed and get me a workout done? I don't know. It ain't been but 105 degrees here, and what in the world? Huh? They didn't come get our. Let me check. See if anybody's got picked up. Nope. Huh. I guess the trash man didn't run today, so I'm just gonna leave mine sitting out here. Probably just going to thaw out me some chicken thighs. This is something I really enjoy. All right. Some reason I'm motivated today. I'm gonna head down to the Planet Fatness and get me a quick workout in. It might only take me 15 or 20 minutes because I did get a little bit sore the last workout I did, and that was very short. But got me some tunes. Crank this door open. It's warm up in here. Oh, it's hot. Let me get this fan going. Might have been down here 10 minutes. Oh no. Just a vlog, and Forgot that I had left my microphone in the shed. So, I don't know, I might leave it in there. Just to to be 100% authentic. It's like, hey, stupid left his microphone in the shed and he's walking up to the house. I see his lips moving, but I can't hear nothing he's saying. But anyway, hopefully my chicken's thawed out. Put it on the grill, grill it up. Mandy said she didn't want anything. Sometimes she only eats one meal a day. So I ain't gonna force her to eat nothing, but always on tap to make her whatever she wants. Man, it is hot out here today. But I feel pretty good about the day. Got the lunchtime walk in. A little bit of a quick gym workout. I ain't trying to hit it too hot and heavy because, you know, I get real sore real easy. I need to try to ease my way into it. And I'm gonna eat some straight protein tonight. I'm gonna stay away from Mandy's candy. I finished off a whole key lime pie by myself this weekend. I bought it for a potluck at work. I bought 2 of them, and one of them didn't get touched, so I brought it home. And man, I'm gonna quit bringing those things, or at least buying 2 of them. But yeah, man. It's been a pretty good day, so hopefully I can chop, cut, rebuild all this stuff up for everyone to see. Hopefully it can be inspirational. Hopefully it can be entertaining. I don't know, man. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants, hoping this thing, hoping I get better and all this works out and I improve physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and professionally. Well, not professionally, in this creative hobby that I have. So I appreciate y'all. Have a good day.